It seems like we can never keep enough mussels in the house here at Fleur. Our customers love them so much, and I'm not surprised when you see how nice and plump they are in a nice rich sauce. But what's really exciting about is, if you stay with me, that's for table 25. I will be actually sharing that recipe with you in the today's show and give you every single second away how to prepare mussels. To go with the mussels, I've got an unbelievable creamy sauce that has white wine, shallots, basil oil, and tomatoes. Then we will take you to the burger bar, where I will show you how to make a terrific rock shrimp burger. Finally, we are making a refreshing Peruvian ceviche, which has all sorts of ingredients in there, like scallops, shrimps, roasted corn, cilantro, even sweet potato, and a really red hot habanero pepper. Come with me in the kitchen and let's get cooking. Well, when I grew up, I must say the mussels were a very, very popular item, and even today, every brasserie, every bistro, it's really some really homey food, and usually mussels are very inexpensive and of course very tasty. And today, I must say, in the United States, for the last probably 10 to 12 years, more and more you see mussels appearing on menus. Why? Because they're simple, easy to do. So let me show you how to start. First of all, in order to make some basil oil, of course you can see I have a lot of basil here. It's definitely way more than we're actually needing for one order or for one recipe. But I mostly want to say, if you're already going to the trouble on making basil oil, might as well make an extra and just keep it in your refrigerator up to 2 to 3 weeks. What I will do now, I actually will plunge the basil into my boiling water, just like that, and we'll blanch it just for a minute or two. You really want to make sure that your basil oil stays nice and green, and that is the secret, just by blanching it first. So what I'm doing now, just gonna take out the basil and plunge it really in a nice water, so we're really shocking the basil, and you see already the difference, how greener it is in my water that actually it's in the hot pot. Of course, now we want to make sure it's really nice and cold, and what it is, I will now take it out, strain it out, right? Take it out from my ice bath water, and I just literally put it on a towel. So what I want to do here is basically eliminating a little bit the excess of moisture. So let's now move those just like that into the cup for my blender. It's something that works with pasta. You can have a chicken dish, a sea scallop dish, or fish. You always can use actually that basil oil with it. So let me add now the olive oil. Let me put the oil over it. Okay, and once I have that, so fairly simple, and you will see how nice and chunky little green everything becomes. So I'm just gonna turn it on. And once it's partly chopped already, now comes the time we really can crank up some high speed. Oh, right now you see how nice and smooth it is, and really what's pretty remarkable is actually that nice bright green color. So you almost could think, and obviously you saw me doing it, you could almost think there's kind of food coloring in it, but it's the natural green color, and that's basically to make that the secret was to blanch the basil before. You can now refrigerate that and leave it, like I said, up to 2 to 3 weeks. It won't get bad. But first of all, let me show you how we prepare the mussels. Over here, I have my mussels. What I really want to point out when you're actually buying mussels to make sure they're really fresh, and what you should and you shouldn't use is, first of all, if for some reason you have a mussel which actually is open and you move it a little bit and it doesn't close by itself, that one seems it does, right? So it's still alive. If it stay open, means the mussel is not alive anymore. That means don't use it, right? Get rid of it. Now let's just spoon that sauce over it, and basically we are ready. When you serve that on the last moment, I mean, it's so fresh, it's so good, that really it's worth to do it just to order, so these mussels don't shrink, because usually you want a lot of juice, so maybe we can just, instead of trying to spoon too slowly, just put it over like that, add this couple of tomatoes, and then voila, we basically have it here. And of course, French people eat it with toasted country bread because you have all that juice, right? So it's really, really good. And here's the bread. And those are my mussels. I think it brings the family, I think it brings the friends together around the table. And basically everyone just picks one up, right? And you eat it basically directly from the shell.